exploring perception and the flexibility of reality to expand life experience. How many times have you stopped to think about what you really perceive? The reality we live in is not as rigid as we have been taught. There is a wider world that reveals itself when we begin to question what is real and what is not. When we dream, we sometimes laugh, cry, feel fear or excitement. And in those moments, the intensity of those emotions is as vivid as when we are awake. We become immersed in the dream, unaware that we are dreaming, and the difference between that experience and wakefulness seems to fade. We have been conditioned to see reality as solid, to focus only on the tangible, on what we can measure and verify with our senses. But what if all the energy we use to keep this reality so fixed and structured were put into exploring other possibilities? Energy is not lost, it is just directed to where we put our attention, and that defines what we experience. Imagine that life is like a radio with multiple stations, each transmitting a different frequency. Society has taught us to tune in to only one frequency, the one that tells us how things should be, how we should behave, what we should expect from life. Thus, we live trapped in a limited version of what we might perceive, as if we have been given a map that shows only a small corner of a vast territory. Ancient cultures and some that still live in harmony with the earth have learned to navigate other channels of perception. For them, the line between dreaming and waking is much thinner, and reality is more nuanced. They have found ways to move between different dimensions, to access the wisdom of their dreams, to understand that reality is more flexible than it seems. And this is not a fantasy, but a different way of using attention. In this way of seeing the world, sleep is not just a place to rest. It is a doorway to a state of consciousness where we can expand our possibilities, explore the unknown, encounter aspects of ourselves that daily routine does not allow us to see. Through this practice, we realize that what we call reality is only a specific configuration of our perception, and that by learning to manage that perception, we can change the way we interact with the world. If you are able to realize that there is something beyond what you have been taught, you begin to release the energy that was trapping your perception. This energy can be used to discover new ways of relating to reality, to perceive more freely, to stop living in the prison of the everyday, and to open yourself to a wider and more fascinating experience of life. Perception does not have to be rigid. Attention can be trained to move through different realities, like a river flowing through different landscapes. If you are interested in exploring these other channels, then there is a way forward, a way to see beyond the surface, to access the mysteries of life that are within your grasp. It is not about escaping, but about learning to live more flexibly, with an open mind to what you have not yet discovered. Tao Tantra Toltec School, a training towards an impeccable, balanced, healthy, joyful and inspiring life,